And we've ended up at the Kingoonya Hotel. Yeah, the sun's just coming up. Boys are getting their bikes ready. We're going to go and get some fuel in our bladders and fill up the tanks, because we've got some more riding to do today. We're going to go back down around parts of the Wirrala to Kingoonya Road, but also going to skirt around Lake Gairdner today. And it was a fantastic ride yesterday. We're going to cover some of the ground that we did yesterday again. Man, it's going to be awesome. Buckle up, big bikers. Here we go. This is going to be amazing. It's been a while since I've had the bladder on. I think the last time I had the bladder on, I was in South Australia. So the boys are ready. It's a bit cold start, it's like 9 degrees. Haven't had breakfast yet. There's actually nothing at Kingoonya to have, so we're probably going to stop somewhere for lunch. Alright folks, it's a ride day today. I think they sent me out front just to take care of any wildlife. Look at this, how's this for a day? Wow. So today we're going to go back down the, well, it's going to be Kingoonya to Wirrala, but we're not going to get to Wirrala. We're actually going to turn off and head through St Ives. We need about 400 kilometres today, which is why we need the bladders. So most excellent. So the terrain here, it just changes all the time. It's incredible. Like it's open savanna plains here, salt bush plains. And I tell you, it's cool. Ooh. I don't have my chin covered and it's getting very cold. Now we came through here yesterday and there was some bike tracks on the ground in front of us, and apparently three other adventure riders came through the day before us. So they camped at Wirrala. So if you guys are watching, say good day, because we followed your tracks, and from the power slides and the, and the fishtails, it looks like you were having some fun. So as were we. Awesome stuff. That was amazing. I had this camera on, I had the front camera on. It came around the corner and there's a giant wedge-tailed eagle eating some carrion, and man alive, that was so amazing, and I'm so glad I had the camera on. That was just incredible. I don't think Mrs. Jones has ever snuck up on an animal before. That was amazing. So one of the things that happens first thing in the morning, particularly on cold mornings like today, I think it's only just reaching 10 degrees now, 11. One of the things that happens is you get on the bike and it all feels really, really harsh. And that's because of the oil in the suspension and the fluids and all the springs and all the metal and everything is still cold. And so it takes a little while, probably 10-15 kilometres for everything to loosen up and to start working properly. And we've been going for like 15 k's now, so it's kind of not too bad. But yeah, no, very, very good. But look at this track surface changing again. This really keeps you on the toes, and it's really interesting riding. Just so enjoyable. This is what it's all about for me. For me, it might be different to you, but for me, just riding the wide open spaces and just riding across this vast country of ours is just incredible, and I love it to bits. Yeah, look, I've done only 300 Ks on that front tyre, and I'm still reserving judgment, but at the moment the needle is falling a little bit down into the negative. It feels really skatey by comparison to even a really worn Pirelli. So it just doesn't seem to hold the line anywhere near as well, and it kind of wanders around the road. It's really odd. It's way better than it was yesterday. So I had the pressure too low yesterday. It was just really skatey. But it's much better today. But it's still a little bit loose. But as I said, it's only 300 Ks, so I'm just going to give it the benefit of the doubt. I reckon probably the first 1,000 kilometres might be the go. Now that's the thing too, is it could be a much harder compound than the Pirelli, so it might not, it might take a little bit more wearing in. So, like I said, I'm not going to be too harsh in my judgment, but at the moment it's got a little bit of ground to make up. So look at this, changed again. It's just these really, sandy. Too quick. They're really skatey. I love it. Such a great surface though. This is probably one of my favourite surfaces, just loose sand on top of a clay base. Bike moves around a little bit, but it's pretty comfortable. These marks we came through yesterday. Love it. There has been a few full drive. Yeah! That's awesome. Yeah. Put a corner right in the middle of the top of the hill. Why not you? Yeah. I don't know if you can pick up the dips from the camera position, but it's pretty cool. That back hooks up. That rail's end is everything everybody talks about. It's interesting to see what sort of life I can get out of it. Yeah, that front's just wanders so much. Oh, what a great sequence of tracks. It's just fantastic. I love it. Boys are up behind me. Look at that. Adventure riders, eat your heart out. It's going okay. It's not fantastic. This is fantastic. The hookup on this is unbelievable. No powering sideways on this one.
It digs a bit of a trench. You can see where your bike's played all the way along.
Yeah. Oh, it's yeah, it's hooking up really well. Yeah. Put this one on your list, boys and girls. Say fellas. Folks, there you go. Put this one on your list of places to ride, folks. Fantastic. We're kind of skirting around the back of the Gawler Ranges now. It's going to be very cool. We are going to find Lake Gairdner, and I believe that where they have the speed runs, it's all locked up, not allowed to get on there. But Trev knows. Trev knows more than he lets on sometimes. So yeah, we might not be able to get the bikes there, but we'll certainly go and have a look at it. I hope that's the plan anyway. Just got to fix up my camera. You guys go on, I'll catch up. How good's this? This is just unbelievable. This countryside is so good. I'm really enjoying this ride, I got to tell you. I might have to make this a two-part video. I want to run the camera the whole time. The scenery is just, you know, the colours, but it's just changing all the time. I mean, this section here from Mount Ives, or out towards Mount Ives, isn't quite as interesting as the road back to Wirralur, but it's not bad. Scenery's pretty good, but definitely You know, if you're adventure riding in South Australia, that Wirrala to Kingoonya road, and apparently it's quite common for guys coming over from Western Australia to connect up the road across the coast, connecting that up through to, you know, from Sojourner up to Wirrala, then Wirrala up to Kingoonya, and then up to Cooper Petty that way, and Oodnadatta. So that's the way a lot of the adventure riders get up into the desert that way. So from, yeah, so definitely worth doing if you're over this way. I love it. I'm really grateful that I've, you know, had the time in the area to kind of do some of this stuff. Weather over the last couple of weeks hasn't been very conducive to riding a motorbike, but yeah, certainly making up for it now. It's fantastic. Like, it's still only 17 degrees and really quite cool. I probably should have some thermals on because they're real chill in the wind. So I've caught up with the boys. We'll probably pull up shortly. As I said, just fill up those, I'll transfer that fuel off the bikes. This go. Okay. What's going on, Trev? So that's the, I think it's called the Waltunga ball. That. There you go. This is Lake Gairdner National Park. Let's go. You good? Alright, Andrew's good. Ooh, a little bit of erosion. So this is access to Lake Gairdner where they do the speed runs. I think they had it in March this year, they did it. Technically you're not allowed onto the salt, that's what they reckon. There's no access to the actual lake. There it is there, if you can see that. Lake Gairdner Waltumba camping area. Lake Gairdner National Park. Where's Trev? He's down this way. So he's all locked up. Alright, let's throw the drone up, have a look. filled up yours?
Yes, mine's full to the top.
And Andrew's
pretty close to full too, I think.
Alright, so we're good. Okay.
Mine had a bit more than I expected, you know.
Alright. Well, it hasn't quite filled me. There's 8 litres there. That hasn't quite filled me up, but there's probably
I'm pretty close.
Probably room for another 2 or 3 litres in there.
I'm sure that'll be plenty to get where we need to go to.
Yep. That's Lake Gairdner, mate.
It is. There's no speed week on this week, but
the wind's at March, isn't it?
Yes.
So we've emptied all our fuel containers into the bike. So it's going this way. There's a bit of a washout here. We'll just take it easy. Alright. So that's Lake Gairdner, so not allowed to get onto it, unfortunately. C'est la vie, you know. Want to be doing the right thing, of course, most of the time. Hello, mate. Stupid and his family. Oh no, you idiot! The dad and his chicks, and they get very, very aggressive. So it's the dads that look after the chicks, and they can get very, very protective of their young ones. But obviously one of the little ones lost his footing right in front of me. It's kind of funny how they don't have any arms, so when they slip, they fall, they bang their head. It's not funny at all. Pandana Ruins, the old shearing shed. So that's kind of, you know, we're homeward bound. We've been homeward bound all day, but we're kind of now making the final turns to kind of get out of the Gawler Ranges National Park now and heading back towards home. So it's just gone midday. Really, really great morning. We got away a little bit earlier than we thought we were going to. 24-hour fuel is cool like that. And now we're going to just head back. It's been a fantastic ride, and whilst we aren't back, and you guys know the rules that, you know, if anything else happens, I'll come back to you. But for now, let's start to wrap it up. We're right back in the middle of the Gawler Ranges. So we're kind of not far from, I don't know if you remember the very first ride I did with these two guys. We came into the Gawler Ranges. I'm not that far from kind of where we finished that ride. So we're skirting around the back of the Gawler Ranges. It's a pretty interesting road through here, and not wet. Red clay, no thanks. Tyres got me a bit concerned though. It's probably over 500 kilometres on it now, and it's I mean, the back's awesome. I love the back. The front's just not giving me a lot of confidence. The bike's doing things it's never done before. It gets a real head wobble up now at speed and loose stuff. And I think that's probably related. Like, I've got the same pressures in it I normally run on the old Pirelli, and I've actually had to modify the way I go through corners. So I don't like a tyre that changes the way I have to ride. And I'm just not, you know, not left with a lot of options at the moment. But it's, you know, I'm just hoping that it wears in a bit more. Just, I don't know, softens up or flattens out or something, because it's just really tracking badly, and as I said, just gets a real head wobble. Now I can't ride like I used to be able to tip into these corners pretty hard on the Pirelli. I just got to wash off a lot more speed than I'm used to. Like when you slow down and see that real head wobble it gets up, it just, and no, I don't need a steering dampener because it never did it when I had the Pirelli on. It started doing it yesterday when I had 15 psi and I let too much air out of the tyre, but I just wondered whether or not it was actually related then to the pressure. But now I've got 26 in it, and it's still doing it, so it's very odd. I'll just have to ride a bit slower, because it seems to behave itself when I kind of ride, you know, or I just ride it like a motocross bike and just ride with steer with the rear wheel a lot more. Or do the motocross thing and get right off it, shift the weight over here, and that was actually not too bad. Wow, that front went out again. It's because I'm not riding it. You're just bucking around. It's terrible. It'd give me a freaking heart attack, that front tyre. Freshly graded, so it's pretty loose on top. It's good fun. You know, wouldn't be surprised. I mean, just by the look at it, there hasn't been that much traffic. I wouldn't be surprised if we come across the grader. It looks pretty fresh. There's not been that much traffic over it since the grader's been on it. This is so fresh. Oh man. I think I've been on this road before. This is the one we came in on, but it's just obviously grading it now. Ah, okay. Fuck, that's deep. Maybe just slow down a bit, eh? Oh, look, you can smell, it's so freshly turned. I'm half expecting it to come up on the back of some earth moving equipment. It's so fresh. But I can see that, like, this is so freshly graded. I'm going to get up on the other side, I think, although I might stay here because the grader will probably might be turning around and coming back, I don't know, so. Oh, but it's deep and it's soft. There he is. There's two more coming. This is why I didn't want to get on the wrong side of the road at high speed. So just, what are we now, at the end of May 2021, and the road inside the Gawler Ranges is being graded. So all you South Australian adventure riders out there, now's the time to get out here. I was going really steady, and as we're getting closer and closer, I'm going, there's a grader just round the corner. Yes. And I'm going, just take it easy, you don't want to come around and go smack into one of those.
You need graders in the centre of the road.
Yeah.
He's right in the middle of the road.
Will he? Yeah. Yeah, I'm riding through there going, this, you can smell how fresh it is, you know, it's just been done with the first tracks over it. The roll hadn't even been on it yet. I thought we're going to come around a corner 100 kilometres an hour and there's going to be a grader, so I just backed it right down.
Oh, well, now it'll be rough, but they must have been working in both directions, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
It's sustenance.
Gawler Ranges. All right, next stop, breakfast. Yeah. We didn't have anything today. Nothing. Like it's 1:30. 1:30 in the afternoon, and apart from a couple of cups of coffee, a hotel room coffee, none of us have had anything to eat. So pretty poor management. I've got an apple in the bag that I could add, but so we're going to go to Minippa and probably have, you know, the biggest, fattest hamburger we can find. Excellent ride. It's been an absolutely excellent ride. It's been so good. Now, Trev.
Yes.
This is it, mate.
Yes, so I enjoyed the rest of your trips, and I look forward to seeing more videos.
Yeah, mate. Well, I've got to say, you've been a master planner, and a great benefit to BBA views. People love seeing KTMs on their side. But
fortunately, this trip it hasn't been down.
No.
That's good.
And now you're going down the highway.
Yes.
All right, and I'm going to take off in another direction. Yeah. But mate, thank you very much for.
No, it's been great.
Just awesome.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too. And your hospitality, the boat, the fishing, fantastic. Everything's been great. And you know, if anything arrives at your place, then I'll be at the Flinders Ranges.
Yeah, all right.
I'll expect you to deliver it.
We're back this way in the future. Drop in.
No, it'd be good. No, absolutely. I will. It's a fantastic part of the world, and you've been a great host in terms of showing me some great rides. It's been magnificent, mate. This is a top 10 ride for sure. You're that way, are you? All right, that's it. Back to solo travelling.